Beware, you're in for a scare. From the pages of R.L. Stine's best-selling books comes a brand new series of Goosebumps videos. Videos that will creep you out, freak you out, or simply make you laugh your head off.
Hello everyone. So I think this is truly the last video on Goosebumps. So I finally watched Night of Screams. As for playing, it was like playing those games. Like, yeah, I would rather. Yeah, it's kind of like Resident Evil and crap like that. It's like me personally, I would rather sit back and watch someone play it, and I'm like, oh god, it's like run, stupid, run. I'm a spectator. That's the best part. It's like I'm a spectator. Most likely the guy who's playing it most likely will get a kick and laugh at all the stuff I say. Well, I just watch and get the storyline and understand what's going on in the game, besides the whole, I play the game, I freak out, I get through the whole entire game, and I don't really remember most of the crap that happens. So anyways, I saw Night of Screams, and that is the game for iOS or I won't say or, it's just Android, but I'm not sure if it's even there. Apparently it's just $2. But anyway, so yeah, Night of Screams has 4 chapters in it. They featured the ghoul. I forgot what was the real name of it, but yeah, the ghoul from a certain Give Yourself Goosebumps book. You have Murder the Clown that shows up. Of course, Slappy's in there. You also have the werewolf from Fever Swamp. Even though Given is like, oh man, yeah, I would prefer you would just get one of the werewolves from freaking Sheepskin. My gosh, is that so damn hard? It's like you have 2 books, maybe 3 books with werewolves, and you keep continuing to go to that one instead of, why not Wolfskin? Wolfskin is kind of cool to do. That would have been a cool one to see. But instead, no, you just choose that one. Anyways, let's see. You also have, of course, the garden gnomes. They're also a decent part of it. And Fifi, Fifi, the freaking vampire dog, she's there too. I didn't see what happens when she attacks you, but I most likely think it's not really that pretty. I think that's about all. Yeah, isn't that all that there is? Yeah, that's basically all. So it's a 4 mission game. First it starts with 2 pages are missing, then they go to 5. Yeah, they just jump to 5, and then they go to 7, and the last one's 8, and then you got the bonus one. Either way, that one does not even add anything to nothing. All it does is just show you oh look, R.L. Stine actually got trapped in the typewriter somehow. Oh, there's a guy named Twist that doesn't even exist at all in any of the books or anything at all. I would have preferred they would have been like Champ, like before the movie. It's like Champ is doing it, so at least he has redemption there. And I know it could spoil the movie, but at least the good news is that Champ can redeem himself instead of that time where he actually ran away. It's like, help me. No, he's like, go save yourself. He's like, no, I was just kidding. I was saying that for probably to come back and help me. And Champ just run for his freaking damn life. It's like, yeah, that this game could have been his redemption on that. It could have been his redemption, but hey, whatever. That's about all that is about the game. It's just that. That's it. Nothing else. And also, Murder the Clown apparently is able to teleport anywhere. I don't know how, but yeah, he's able to teleport anywhere, and he's able to scare the freaking crap out of you. Yeah, it was one time one person was playing it. I was watching Harshly Critical. He was underneath the bed, and this is like one glitch that was kind of weird. Is that as soon as Murder the Clown glitched, it's like you can see the insides of it, like the inner corners and stuff. You know how it is when it comes to crappy games. And then when he turned to his left, there's Murder right there, and that's it. It's like, oh, frick, man. It's like, that game, my gosh, that game freaking, oh, what the fuck. It's like that game and Goosebumps. Apparently it's Goosebumps the game, not Goosebumps the movie game. But even so, those two have one thing in common. When it comes to you meeting your end, they freaking freak you out. But this one freaks me out more than the other one. Yeah, it's like it seriously does. I already talked about Goosebumps the movie game or Goosebumps the game, but either way, just a nice little recap. So the movie game, it actually talks about, it was technically a prequel before. Yeah, it was a prequel, and heck, I bet even a few years before the Goosebumps the movie happens. And the funniest part is that the alternate intro of the movie is the same exact way how it was for the game, which is kind of funny. So I don't know if they were gonna put that alternate intro in there just to have some fun and just to be like, hey, yeah, there we go. And then some years later. So it's like, yeah, so they show him got recaptured, he drives away, but you have to play the video game to actually see all of that happen. That's kind of good. That would have been a good selling point. Even so, at least the movie game actually puts up some interesting things. They show some one stuff that you don't really get to see, like Monster Blood was in there. Aunt Dahlia from An Old Story with her prune juice that makes you old, but instead of making you old and try to sell you off to one of her friends, it actually kills you. Yeah, it kills you because it turns you very, very old. Let's see, Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter. Also, purple jelly's in there too. So it's like, ugh. But anyways, yeah, that's in there. The Haunted Mask is in there. You get to put it on and it slowly just kills you or crap. I don't know. It didn't really have a proper use. I think the gruel / the sponge. Yeah, the sponge that gives you bad luck. That would be cool to see how that works. It's like the bad luck one. I think most likely it gave him bad luck. I didn't see his whole entire gameplay. I bet chances are it's like if you keep it, it'll make the game harder. I guess that's the cool part of it if they did do that. And it's like for you to make it a normal game anymore instead of actually make it like, for instance, if you're on hard, now it is super hard. It's been unlocked and been used. If it's on easy mode, you go to medium. If you go to medium, you go to hard. So it's like, that would have been cool if they actually put that in. Anyways, you do have Stay Away from the Basement, I think. That's where that tree man came from. Sri Lanka man. tree man. Let's see. Anything else that I forgot? Of course, Slappy. Mr. Wood is in there, which they actually modeled him after the TV version, which is quite cute. That's kind of adorable. They actually were like, hey, we didn't do anything from the TV show, but at least we'll have a nice little mention of him as Mr. Wood, which that's interesting, plus makes sense. It's like the first Slappy becomes Mr. Wood now, which is like a big thumbs up on that. That's a big major thumbs up. Anything else? Oh yeah, your house turns into the dead house, and you have to help some ghosts. There's a few ghost children that don't do any harm to you, but because they're in the way, you can't really get in there. Let's see. Oh yeah, there was like gargoyles, which gargoyle tears or some kind of crap. You drop the gargoyle tears in there, and then Monster Blood screwed over. Oh yeah, the mirror from Let's Get Invisible, that's present, and instead of you turning invisible, your double is already there waiting for you to come and it's gonna kill you. Yeah, he's gonna kill you straight up. So when it comes to which one's better, some most likely will say the mobile game is better, but when it comes to actually continuity within the movie game is so much better. The game, Goosebumps the game, is so much better. Wow, Nights of Scares, what only thing it does is just profits out of actually being, yeah, that's it. It just profits. It doesn't add anything to the story at all. Nothing at all. Seriously, nothing at all. Oh yeah, they also made the idea of now, if you want to capture any of them, which that wasn't in the movie, but that would be kind of funny for those who actually watched the freaking movie after playing this game. You're like, oh my gosh, they don't have the lights on. It's like, what? Yeah, that's part of the game for the mobile thing. It's like, for you to capture Slappy, you didn't get to capture any other monsters, but Slappy, on the other hand, you get to capture him if the lights are on. That's it. That's how you do it. Weird, isn't it? Oh yeah, and also the Cuckoo Clock of Doom was in both of the games too. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom, apparently it gives new meaning, which I most likely had an annotation on that video, where it turns out that this version of R.L. Stine, not the real R.L. Stine, we have no idea what his real favorite book is, but it turns out the R.L. Stine in the movie, his favorite book is the Cuckoo Clock of Doom. So it does make sense of why he's crazy enough to have it unleashed to the world. It's because that's his favorite freaking book. Huh. And what's even crazier is that the freaking damn game screws up again. The mobile game screws up. The fact of, remember, it said in a few books that Slappy actually was created from a coffin. Yeah, him and some other dummy was made from a coffin and all that crap. And then it turns out Slappy has a crazy continuity. But in closing is that Slappy was made from a coffin. From coffin wood. Meaning that technically, instead of turning into a hunk of wood, which does kind of make sense, he would actually have been made from a coffin. And how in the world did, in the first place, they were able to take coffin, which me personally, I think of coffin, I think of thin wood, which is like hard to even turn into a dummy. So I don't know. Maybe it was a big fat freaking coffin. Woo. But all in all, I'll still have to say the freaking movie game / Goosebumps the game, that one gives more meaning to the movie than Night of Scares does. Because Night of Scares doesn't really do anything at all instead of able to freak you out. And that freaking, yeah, and it's on your phone too, and you're able to use virtual reality too. That was gonna freak you to frig out. Damn, that's gonna freak you to frig out. But anyways, that's just one thing I would like D83 to play. I don't know. They could either, the 3DS, it's easy to film with the 3DS. Very, very easy. It's just that you need to have something on top of, something below it to stabilize your camera. And then after that, you're able to play it. Of course, it'll be kind of awkward, but hey, you're able to still play it. As for the game, the iOS game, that will be something very interesting in how they actually do that one. But it's easy too. It's just that you need to prop it up, and then after propping it up, you have your camera ready, and then your fingers, and technically it does ruin the experience, but that reaction is the best one of it all. It's just the reaction part. Anyways, I'm done. So, yeah. Me personally is like, oh, will you buy them? Me personally is like, no. The freaking phone game, oh hell no. As for the game itself for the 3DS, if I find it if I actually find it in the wild somewhere, if I find it and it's like $5, $3, $1, less than that, I'll take it. But of course, one thing I would definitely do is that the cover of it, I'll have to get rid of it. I have to get rid of the cover. Yeah, that's one thing is like, the cover has to go. I'll give it a case, but the cover will have to go because, my gosh, there's just some issues I have with everything. But anyways, thank you for watching, and yeah, tell me what you guys think about the two games. And of course, if you don't know anything about those games, I suggest you to check out the walkthrough or playthrough and see for yourself if you actually want to play them, and plus you actually know how to get through the game. Anyways.